It's time for a 2-minute timeout with Joe Shuda.
Troy Loney was a member of the Penguins when they first won the Stanley Cup in 1991. He explains the feelings of winning it and what happened to the Stanley Cup while celebrating with it.
You just don't even know. You don't even know how they would describe it. You know, we were so far ahead of Minnesota in our first cup, the winning game we were in. We knew we were going to win by the end of the first period, and it was just waiting for it. Just waiting and waiting. You know, and then you finally win, and you're out in the ice, and you're not sure what to do, and getting it. It's just exhilarating. It just feels like it only weighs a couple pounds, but with all that adrenaline stuff, it was sweet, very, very sweet. So this is one that has to do with the Stanley Cup. We were when we won the Stanley Cup in our first cup, we had a party at Mario's place, I guess a couple days later, and one of our players, Phil Bork, he's now the announcer, does the radio announcing for the Penguins. He was up on top of Mario, had this little waterfall, went into his pool, and he threw the Stanley Cup into the pool and sunk to the bottom of the pool, and it took about 5 of us to get it out of the bottom. And what we realized when we got it out of the pool was that when it went into the cup first, and it cracked almost all the way around the solder, all the way around to about an inch. So the next day, when we were down at the point at the Stanley Cup party, you usually see players hold it from the bottom and from the very top. Well, we were all holding it from the neck and from the bottom because we were petrified that when someone was going to pick it up, the top of the cup was going to crack off. You know, I think the Stanley Cup's such a cool thing because it's not like players abuse it. It's just meant to be a working man's kind of trophy. And, you know, it was like no big deal. Okay, well, just, you know, the NHL soldered it back up again, and, you know, somebody else had another shot at it, I guess.
I'm Joe Shuda with this 2-minute timeout.